E-bikes does not require any number plate.
Okay.
E-bikes does not require any insurance.
You're listening to Blue Radio, bringing the vibe.
Live and direct from the port city of Mombasa. This is the breakfast of champions. Your captain with the most, as always, each and every morning from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. We are in this building. My name is Malak Ipto. And we have promised you a very juicy conversation this morning. We are talking about mobility, and it's not only about mobility, but also health and lifestyle, something that also keeps you healthy, keeps the environment healthy, and keeps the world healthy. This morning, we have e-bikes in the building. We're going to be talking about electric mobility in the house. It's the new kid in the block. It's the new way of moving around the world. They say they are saving the planet. And this morning, I want to find out deeper and better, how is this happening? And I am joined by my brother in the building. I want him to take this opportunity to introduce himself. Natuambie tu how is finding Mombasa, especially traffic ya Mombasa na traffic ya Nairobi as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Wacha tuanze tu kwa salamu. Mombasa wanasema shikamo.
Marhaba. First and foremost, I'd like to send my greetings to the people of Mombasa at large. Hapa ni nyumbani. Nimesomea Mombasa, pale Aga Khan. So I feel very much at home.
All right.
So my name's Bethel Lugo.
Okay.
I am a land surveyor by profession. And of course the owner and the CEO of Ebixe.
Ulijipataje kwa e-bikes na wewe ni surveyor surely? How did this happen?
Well, the circle that I'm around with, what wananijua as a very resourceful guy.
Okay.
I'm that guy, that go-to guy. Ukitaka gari, tafuta Bethel. Ukitaka kadil flani, tafuta Bethel. So I just juggle in between, and e-bikes was motivated by my stay outside the country.
Okay.
I was working in Kuwait for almost a year now. And I saw it working, and I had friends also in the UK, and they will send me, we will just have that exchange conversation that, hey, try this in Kenya when you go back. So that's how Ebixe was born.
All right.
When I came to Kenya, and I studied, and there were also committees that were also in the e-mobility feasibility studies.
Yeah.
And I saw, why not? This is an opportunity, and I can sell a niche market to, to a certain population, and definitely we are here where we are.
All right, interesting. Yes. Now right now in not only in Kenya but the world, there is this aspect or belief that e-bikes are changing at the transport sector and whatnot. Why now? Why not 10 years from now? Why not 10 years before? Why do you think this is the right time to enter the market and to bring this solution to the people?
Awesome. I believe tech, and I believe your radio is all about tech.
Yes.
Tech gradually grows with time. E-bikes will not have worked 10 years ago because of the process and the gradual process that tech works. I will give you an example of Uber. We are all familiar with the Uber story. When Uber came to Kenya, people were not believing that you could order a ride through your phone and the ride just comes to your doorstep. People had to slowly accept it, and now Uber is everywhere, and there are other companies that are in the online taxi business. So e-bikes, I can tell you for free, e-bikes couldn't have worked 10 years ago because I believe it was not its time yet. In Kenya, in other countries, yes, e-bikes was working. In China, in UK, e-bikes is all over. They have grown to other products in that line of e-mobility.
Yeah.
But Kenya, even right now as we're speaking, we have really to convince people out there that this is the next thing. This is the next thing. So what I usually tell people outside there is that maybe e-bikes, and I might sound negative, but maybe e-bikes will not be in the market maybe 10 years to come to enjoy the piece of cake that is there right now, but in 10 years to come, e-mobility will just be like a normal conversation, you know, in Kenya, you know. So I believe, to answer your question, is that tech grows with time. So I believe right now it's the growing phase of it, and we will get to a certain optimum level where e-bikes will just be a normal thing. You don't even have to pitch. It's just like a car. You know, someone will come into your shop and buy an e-bike and use it, you know, for his or her own use.
I'm curious though, you know, right now we have several players in the market.
Yes.
You know, people know, of course, of Spyro. Some, like myself, you know, have learned about e-bikes recently, and I saw there are more companies. I know in Nairobi there are so many people who are doing this. You know, what sets, you know, e-bikes apart from them? You know, what is that? I would like to say something that, you know, helps you stand out in the market.
Awesome. Well, e-bikes came in a different angle. First and foremost, e-bikes, when you look at the bike itself, it has pedals on it. So these pedals are there for, you know, aesthetic purposes, but not only that. When I was actually doing my research, procuring the units themselves, I was looking for something that can bypass the Kenyan system, rather the transport system, where you don't have to go through we're very familiar with Kenya with all the paperwork and offices and doing all that, the clearance. So I was looking to bypass that. So what e-bikes is different from Spyro and the EBs and all that is that e-bikes does not require any number plate.
Okay.
E-bikes does not require any insurance. Now, I know. So this is actually proved by, you know, the NTSA themselves. So we are approved and certified by NTSA that the bike, or rather the scooter itself, does not require any insurance, any number plate for you to put it on the road. So once you buy e-bikes, it's just like buying a mountain bike.
Ready to go. But what we offer is speed, durability, efficiency at its best, you know, because it's under the category of mobility, is categorized as a bicycle, but it's not a bicycle in a sense. So it's just like a scooter, you know, but you don't require a license, you don't require the hassle of renewing your insurance every time. It's just drive and go. Now let's talk about charging, because we cannot forget the elephant in the room. You know, charging is one of the things that, when you talk about e-bikes, e-mobility, that is the biggest conversation out there. You know, talk to us about the numbers. Talk to us about the efficiencies of, you know, e-bikes, and help us understand. Since I'm not required to have an insurance, since I don't need a number plate, you know, because anyone listening in, you know, that is really good news. Yes. But I know they would love to understand, you know, about things like, you know, how long should I charge?
Exactly.
Where should I charge, and this sort of thing.
And to continue with the earlier question that you asked me about what sets us apart with the other competitors, is that the charging points. E-bikes does not require any special charging point. Okay. You don't require to pay for you to charge your bike. E-bikes, you just e-bikes, it's like charging your phone.
So I can charge it at my home.
You can charge it at your home. You can charge it beside your TV. You can charge it beside your fridge. You can charge it beside your phone. You know, e-bikes is as convenient as I tell it to you. You know, I'm not selling air or something. This is actually, and it's actually proven. Where I will tell you a short story. While we're in Nairobi, riding around, one of our bikes was running low, and we never tried it before. So we walked into Java and shuttled to Java Capital Center. There's a lady there. We didn't take her name, but that lady really assisted us. So we pulled up at Capital Center Java, and they just told us, you know, park your bike at the side of your seat, charge it there, and that's it. And we charged for like 1 hour while we were drinking a cup of tea, and we left. We didn't pay anything. We didn't, like other competitors on the market
In
where
the
you
market.
have to, I believe, where you have to find a special charging point and charge, E-bikes, you can go visit your friend, pull up an extension, plug it. It's a normal socket. It takes 3 hours to charge. Once you're done, you go back to where you're going, or you continue with your journey. So that's what sets us different with other bikes. To add more on the insurance part, I know people are concerned about safety.
Yes.
Because somebody will be like, hey, what if I'm riding and someone knocks me, or maybe I scratch someone's car or something like that. We're giving an option of insurance, but on personal insurance, not on basis of maybe on the bike, because we have no insurance partners yet. We're still in talks with insurance companies on how to insure the bike itself.
Okay.
So right now, people are just taking their own personal insurance, for their own safety, which we encourage them to do so. I'm sure it's not much compared, to your safety and all that. So we're encouraging people to take their own insurance for their own safety. Exactly.
All right. Interesting stuff. If you're just touching base with us, this is the Breakfast of Champions. We're having, of course, CEO and founder of Ebixe, Bethel in the building. And let me tell you, man, wanakuambia kwamba hauhitaji insurance, hauhitaji kukuwa na DL pale mtu wangu. Ni kuingia kama umeenda, ni kuanza kama umeenda. Remember, it's a conversation about health, it's a conversation about the safety of the environment. And this is where it happens. This is where we get it going. At Blue Radio Kenya is where you can find us this particular morning. Remember, the hashtag to use as always is hashtag Breakfast Vibe Show. We're taking a short commercial break. We'll be back with more. We'll find out how you can access, or rather acquire one of these bikes, when, where, and how. More importantly, the weekend coming through right here, right now with Madonna and Playboy Carti. This one is popular. Good morning. Man like Rigathi Gachagua being the most popular person in Kenya right now. You're following that conversation live and direct. But this morning, all the things that are popular in this building are all about e-mobility, e-bikes, and of course, in the building with my brother Bethel in the building. Now, if you're just touching base, we've just said that one of these bikes, all you need is just to pay and you start rolling. No number plates, no insurance, approved by the NTSA. And I've loved the way they are saying, you could charge it anywhere, and I mean anywhere, my brother. Una move na charge yako kama venye una moving ukienda kwa rafiki yako. Unajua unaambua Kenya ukiona mtu amekuja na charge yake, unajua anakuja kukaa sana
Exactly.
So when I move with my e-bikes, mtu akiniona na kabike anajua Kiptoo leo amekuja kukimbiza tokens. But all that aside, I want us to talk about financing of these assets, because the way I'm excited, I know somebody else listening in could be excited, and they'll be wondering, how can I finance one of these assets, maybe the models available, and maybe your locations where they can find you, and maybe types of the e-bikes, because somebody could say, I want to do delivery with one of the units I'm acquiring. Somebody else would say, I just want to have one for my own convenience, go to work, come back from work, and this kind of thing. Could you talk to us about that whole aspect?
Great. You've mentioned one thing about tokens. So another thing that sets us apart, I keep going about setting apart from other competitors. So token, once your bike is on empty, totally zero, you can actually use, of course I've said it takes 3 hours for you to charge to full capacity, and the amount of token that uses to full capacity is 0.6 units.
Okay.
So that's around maybe 25 shillings, and maybe if you're commuting, say from here Bamburi to town, it can take you up to 6-7 days, practical, so without charging again.
So nikicharge weekend,
charge weekend,
naweza enda job from Monday to Friday.
Say you're staying, we're talking about something practical, say from Bamburi to town and back.
Yes.
And take you from Monday to Friday without charging. Now, for you to charge will be optional for you during the week. Maybe umetoka bar moja, maybe because the odometer displays everything, your battery and everything. So if you feel like charging again, it's okay, no worries. Our chargers have adapters inside them. So you can leave them on charge overnight. Hakuna cha battery itafura, sijui battery italipuka, nini, sijui stima itarudi na pige short bike yako. There's nothing like that. you can leave your charger even for a week, and nothing will happen to your batteries, nothing will happen to your chargers. So that's what sets us apart about the tokens that you have said earlier. So ukiona rafiki yako pull up na scooter hapo, hiyo ni token ya 0.6, kwa hivyo accommodate hata akiwacha charger pale ku mark territory, that's okay. So you've talked about financing.
Yes.
So financing, we're still a startup company. So financing, we're still in talks with Family Bank. We're still in talks with Rafiki Sacco. Rafiki Sacco, we're still talking in partnership of financing and marketing at the same time.
Okay.
Family Bank, we're still talking in terms of the lipa mdogo mdogo aspect, which I'm dwelling now into the payment aspect. So there's something about banks. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it.
Please.
Banks, or rather to the Kenyans who are listening to me out there, like banks, for you to enter into a lipa mdogo mdogo in a nutshell is that banks give you money for you to like to partner with them. So the financial assistance that they're giving you, it's like a binding aspect between you and the bank. So, and it goes up to 20 years also. So in our space, like Ebixe, we're not looking into partnership with facilities like banks in terms of financial aspects on that side. What we are looking into is partnership, but in more private type of way if it's financially.
Okay.
If banks, well, we have some banks who have shown their interest in investing in us, but banks, they're capitalists,
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely they will want something out of it, But lipa mdogo mdogo right now, we don't have lipa mdogo mdogo because we don't have agents on the ground. Maybe in the future, maybe in 2-3 months down the line, maybe Ebixe, we pray, will have grown to that level where we have now agents roaming around and facilitating that lipa mdogo mdogo payment. You asked me about the products that we have.
Yes.
So we have 4 types of Ebixe. If you allow me, I can mention the names.
Please do.
Yeah. So the names, we just got creative with them. So we have our first product, which is the least in terms of quality, the distance, the speed. The first one is called Millet Green. Yeah, it's going for 75,000.
Okay.
We have the next one, of course, in quality and the speed and everything, because remember these products vary with battery size and the distance covered and the design itself. So we have the second one called Bingo. It goes for 85,900. We have the third one, which is Modern. It goes for 102,700. And we have the last one, which is Original. The bigger version that we have is going for 120,100 shillings. So, of course, these bikes, I've said, they have a small difference between them. Maybe the major one is just the battery size itself. We have the last one, which is the Original one. It comes with indicators on the back, brighter headlights and all that. But all these products definitely have headlights, have bright lights. You can ride them at night. So basically, that's it. Our location, currently, we have no specific location in Mombasa.
Okay.
But we have our warehouse where we receive our bikes in Nairobi, located at Airport North Road, next to the Coca-Cola depot.
Okay. Just
on your way to Nyayo Estate. So we have a warehouse there. So if maybe in Nairobi and you want to purchase in bulk, you can visit the warehouse. We have our person there manning the warehouse. You will actually see the products are large. But Nairobi, I can tell maybe if we have listeners from Nairobi, is that we've left the Nairobi market because we feel we don't mean to underestimate ourselves, but tunajiona kama bado sini wakulima wadogo. We're still penetrating to the market slowly, studying what people need and all that. We feel like Nairobi is already saturated, with different types of the e-mobilities, rather on the two-wheeled e-mobilities. So we moved down to Mombasa because we felt like Mombasa, it's still, there's still large space for us to move around. So right now we're based in Mombasa. We're still working on finding a location and finding a showroom where guys can walk in and check the products and just easier for you. Yes.
All right, interesting. The journey, I know the journey has not been easy, penetrating into the market,
Yes.
understanding, what people really do need in that particular space. Could you talk to us about, some of the success stories you've encountered so far, and maybe some of the challenges you've, faced, and how creatively you found solutions, to these particular challenges?
Awesome. So maybe one of the success stories we've had is that while we're beginning, it was quite smooth. Well, up to now, it's still quite smooth because guys out there are intrigued with the product itself. Hata ukipita, people want to crowd around you, and you have to now start explaining this because it's a very new product to Kenyans. So one of the success stories is that Kenyans wamekubali na they're embracing it and they're intrigued to learn. Wanataka kujua hii bike tunafanya vipi, inachajiwa vipi, inasonga vipi, how do we use it, So I can say that's part of our success story. Sometimes we will go out to market exhibitions and we don't even sell one unit. But tukirudi nyumbani, we feel so, ile achieved, tunafeel we've achieved a lot just talking to Kenyans and interacting with them, because we're just one contact away from a client. Every time we go out there and display our products, we are always one contact away to a client. So we treat every client as a prospective, or rather a potential buyer. So, and another one success story is that as I was saying, offset is that I used to own one bike. Na nikiendesha kule Nairobi while we were marketing, because we were marketing with my brother. One of our potential customers stopped us. Akatuambia to us, mama kidogo, what is this? How does this work? And we had to explain to him within, say, 2 minutes, under 1 minute. And the guy akasema, you know what, can I buy it right now? Na of course sikukata. Nikampatia, we didn't even exchange any documents, no warranties, no receipts. Alisema tu letter cash, and everything was done. So that's one of the most interesting stories that usually we've actually experienced. So penetrating the market, as you've said, it's really murky. It's really tough, but you know what, we smile at the pain, we smile at the process, and tunasonga mbele, because we know we are focused as we are, and we know we'll achieve what we're looking for in the e-mobility. And because as I said, we're selling something unique, we're selling convenience. Unajua wa Kenya, kitu moja is that we're very peculiar people. There's sometime the former CEO wa Safaricom alisema hivyo na Kenyans wakakasirika. We're very peculiar people in a way that, I'm sorry if nita offend mtu watu out there, but tumezoea shida. Tumezoea shida.
For sure.
Tumezoea shida mpaka kitu ikiwa innovated to elevate that problem, it takes us time to believe in it,
and to accept it,
and to accept it, But that's how it is. It's
and
Kenya, it's our home,
there.
and we eventually will get there, and we are proud of that, that aspect, that we embrace it. So we are dealing with that. We're dealing with that. Yes.
All right. Interesting. I want us to take another short commercial break. It is exactly 8:52 in the morning. Remember, this is the Breakfast of Champions with your captain Mala Kipto, and of course I'm hanging out with my brother Bethel in the building, talking about e-mobility. Okay, we've just talked about some of the products and how you can acquire them, and of course after the break we want to look at the future plans. What do they have in store for you? If you're a sales agent, you're a marketer, how can you tap into this opportunity? All right, remember, this is the Breakfast of Champions with man like Ipto. I do have my brother in the building. If you see him right now, amecheka yake yote huku ndani, I'll be telling you why. But we're all about e-mobility, we're all about the planet, and right here, right now, we are of course approaching the final segments of this conversation. We told you about not needing of course insurance, not needing number plates and more.
Yes.
I want to give you some of course the final packages, talking about What are some of the extra things you get when you, of course, access or purchase one of these units from them? Kali, do take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. So we were talking off the set, an idea came to me, and that's one of the things ndo imefanya nikacheka hivi. We were talking about the hustle my comrades wanapitia huko nje. Unakosa fare, unakosa coca lunch. So on that note, Ebixe would like to announce officially here on Blue Radio that we are now working on a students option for a lipa mdogo mdogo option. So right now you've had it for the first time. Students will only be liable for the lipa mdogo mdogo aspect, which will not require any binding with any bank. So we'll just be working direct with the universities and the colleges.
Okay.
So we would like to announce that here openly. So we'll work on the mechanisms within 2 or 3 days. First yo mambo tutafunga. Tukimalizia the extras that these e-bikes come with. We offer free delivery wherever you are.
Anywhere in the country.
Hata kama uko Turkana, tutakuletea e-bikes kwa mlango, tukufanyia assembling, tukuonyeshe manualing, tukuonyeshe how to wash, tukuonyeshe how the brake pads work, how to repair some of the things by hand. We will deliver to your doorstep. We have actualized that. We have delivered in Watamu, we've delivered in Machakos personally, So we do free delivery. Number 2, we have a 12-month warranty.
Okay.
Another thing, we have a 24 months free servicing. That's 2 years. Free servicing, free of charge.
Okay.
We have the spare parts available. From the second option of the scooters to the 4th, they come with free helmets. So tuna provide helmets. Tunaanza ku-enroll also reflectors, pole pole. So wherever you are, if you have an issue with the bike, just make a call with us. We'll arrange how we'll get to your place and do servicing for you. We also will have mentioned about the spare parts. Everything's available up to the last nut. Hata hiyo screw ndogo hiyo ikianguka ipotee, tuko nao tutakufanyia replacement. The bikes themselves are durable for 10 to 12 years. Well, we're still testing them in the market, but outside there we've seen, they're workable from 10 to 12. Barabara za Kenya kidogo, but definitely we have tarmac roads. We have places like Nairobi where, of course, there was an e-mobility study, how viable it is. Now, wameanza kutengeneza lanes za bicycles and scooters where you can ride along without kusumbuliwa na matatu, And if these things, can work in Nairobi, definitely. Hapa Mombasa,
they can definitely work.
We can challenge our highly esteemed governor. Definitely lazima anaweza implement maneno, creating that space for e-mobility for the coastarians. I think that's about it. About it. Yeah.
Okay, as we wind up, what are the future plans? What does e-bikes have for the future? What are the plans?
Well, e-bikes, we're here to stay. This is like it's like any other brand, It's like I'll use an example of Apple. Apple was started by Steve Jobs. We all know that. But right now, Steve Jobs alituacha, and right now Tim Cook is the one running the show, and it has a board of directors. So Ebixe is a brand and a company that is here to stay and to establish. Bethel might not be there tomorrow, but you will still order through Ebixe and you'll still get your bike. So Ebixe is here to stay. We're here to change how people, tunajaribu cultivate that open mentality within Kenyans. I mean, how will we grow if we hatuwezi funguka kiakili? And these are such of the innovative ideas that we are coming in kama vijana, because we are the future and we're not waiting for the future. The future is today. So Ebixe is here to change all that. Is here to change the e-mobility. We are here we are selling convenience to you. That's all we are selling, in fact. Convenience. Of course, you mentioned about health. Ebixe has no vibrations, kama pikipiki. Ukikaa, it's silent. Unaenda comfortably to where you're going. So we are here to stay. We are here to impact the climate aspect. We are here to impact the health aspect. Pole pole tunaingia kwa hospitali pia kueleza the health benefits of the vibrations on your motorbikes into these kawaida. And I'm sorry to sound radical, but pole pole tunarudisha watu wa Nduthi ushago. Wanarudi pole pole, because in Nairobi hata tumeona parents who are purchasing these bikes and they're carrying their kids to school, you know, because some of the schools, and I'm sorry to offend any school out there, but we've seen most of the schools are complaining of the hefty transport fees the schools are impounding on these parents.
Yeah.
So Ebixe is out there to sort your problems. Basically, we're just out there to sort your problems. So we are here to stay. We are here to partner with you guys. And Ebixe has this close relationship with your client, with our clients rather. We don't dump you the product and tunapotea na pesa. We'll always be checking up on you. We'll always be asking you, hey, how's your experience? How's your adventure out there? Ulienda wapi? Ulifanya nini? Tell us about your story. How are you enjoying your product, you know? So we want to stay in touch with the thousands and eventually the millions of clients out there who will be enjoying Ebixe come in the near future. So we're here to stay, as we said. This is not a passing cloud. Tuko hapa tumekita mizizi.
All right, asante tena sana. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is the breakfast of champions. If you've missed this conversation, you're just locking in, it will be available on Spotify today and of course on our YouTube page as well. You can get the chance to enjoy it and pick some of course the highlights and the key moments from the conversation. And more importantly, as we exit, how can we reach you via social media or contact if you want, of course, to further the conversation?
You can reach me on my on the phone number. We have our phone numbers which are readily open and all the time. Hata saa 8 usiku utatupata on the number 0111 777 262. If I can repeat that again, 0111 777 262. We're on our socials. Currently we're on Instagram at Ebixe with an X. You'll find other fake accounts out there, but Ebixe with an X. You can also order through our Instagram page. We're also an online market. As we said, everything is tech now. Everything is tech. So we have the Insta and we have the phone number. So you can get us right there.
All right. Thank you so much for making the time.
Asante sana.
I do hope you had a lovely time.
Awesome time.
All right.
I would like to come back again here.
For sure.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking a short commercial break. Remember, it's the 9 a.m. hour, or more importantly, the trending hour. We'll be coming through, of course, with what's